Good morning, Mizzou fans. Gabe DeArmond here, starting another week, Monday, September 29th on PM in the AM. Missouri on a bye week this week. So we're kind of doing big picture, taking stock of where Missouri's at, where things stand nationally, all of that. The best thing about your team being involved in the national conversation is it makes you pay that much more attention to everything else. In a year where Missouri's 7-5 and playing in the Liberty Bowl, you probably don't much care about ACC games or Big Ten games or even the big SEC games because they don't really have any impact on you for the time being, at least until, Missouri loses two or three times. If that happens, it may not, but if it does, all of these other games affect you. So this is what I want to do this morning. I looked over the weekend. There are 16 Power Four teams that remain undefeated in college football. First of all, Georgia Tech and Ohio State are the only two of those that do not play another undefeated team. Georgia Tech has probably the easiest remaining schedule in college football. That said, they got bailed out by the refs against Wake Forest. I don't think anybody looks at Georgia Tech as a team we really think is going undefeated. You never know, right? I'll be honest. I don't think anybody's going undefeated except maybe Ohio State because I think it's too hard in this era of college football. But Georgia Tech, good team, could make the ACC title game, but unbeaten, things like that seem a little far off. The other ACC teams that are unbeaten, Louisville and Miami, they play each other in mid-October. In the Big 12, you've got Iowa State, BYU, which just survived against Colorado, Houston, which I don't think anybody views as, a team we should put in this conversation, and Texas Tech. So Iowa State, BYU, Texas Tech, those might be the favorites to make the Big 12 title game. If you want to throw Arizona in there, if you want to throw Cincinnati in there, maybe you even throw Utah in there. It's a wide open league, but it's also a one bid league at this point in time. The Big 10, the unbeatens, Indiana, Oregon, Maryland, Ohio State. I think Ohio State, Oregon, 1-2, everybody expects those to be playoff teams. Indiana, very well could be, had to struggle to beat Iowa, but that could be a playoff team. Penn State could beat Maryland at 4-0. I don't think anybody is taking super seriously. But the SEC unbeatens right now: Ole Miss, Missouri, Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, Texas A&M. There are 5 of them. Missouri plays 3 of them: Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, Texas A&M. Ole Miss plays Oklahoma. Texas A&M plays Missouri and I believe Oklahoma. So all of the SEC unbeatens right now, and there are more teams that are unbeaten in league play, but I'm just talking overall. All of the SEC unbeatens are going to play other SEC unbeatens. Missouri is going to play 3 of them. The point here is that ain't nobody getting through this thing 12-0, guys. Not in the SEC. I think Ohio State has a chance nationally, but in the SEC, I don't see any possible way somebody's getting through this thing at 12-0. 11-1 almost definitely gets you to the conference title game. I think 10-2's got a good shot at getting you to the conference title game. Everybody is going to take losses somewhere along the line. Missouri has 7 games that I look at. All 7 is winnable and at least 6 as losable. I don't think they're going 7-0, and I don't think they're going 1-6. I think they'll be somewhere in between. But the key for Missouri, find a way to 10-2. Hope enough other teams don't get there that you're in that top 11 really at the end of the season, because we're talking a G5 team in there as well. So again, 16 teams in college football unbeaten. Missouri is one of them. Great place to be. You take a week off. You've got Alabama coming here in 13 days. Alabama plays Vanderbilt. One of those unbeatens could go away this weekend, right? Could be down to 15 by the time Alabama gets here. But you're in that group for now. I don't think you'll be in that group at the end of the year, because I don't really think anybody will be in that group at the end of the year. But it's a good place to be on September 29th. So appreciate you hanging out here. Make sure you check out the post-game show from over the weekend. Cody and I will be back tonight with State of the Tigers, kind of bye week editions, taking stock of where things are at and where things go from here. So join us for that at 7 o'clock. Check us out over on Power Mizzou. A lot of good stuff coming this week. 10 Thoughts posted this morning. Cody's going to have the rewatch up later today, but we've got some different stories during the bye week. I got a fun one coming tomorrow, so we'll talk about that here tomorrow morning, and you'll be able to read it then. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.